You know, guys, after coming back here from Virginia and even Maryland, this place is like it's still in 1930. You know, I'm talking about the infrastructure, the roads. You know, I understand the roads around Washington D.C. have to be. I understand it's a big city. I don't know if any of you ever looked at Norfolk, at the shipyards and the military bases in Norfolk. You know, one thing I didn't know that they unloaded cargo ships in Norfolk. I thought Norfolk was only a military base, but they unload cargo ships there. Let me put it to you this way: if you can't find a job in Norfolk, brother, you don't want to work. You know, so naturally they got to have wide roads. So like we were going on one overpass. After it came off the highway, it was probably maybe like 200 or 300 feet off the ground, and it was 6 lanes wide. It was a 6 lane wide overpass. You can forget it. You, brother and sister, you can forget about seeing that around here. You won't even see an overpass around it. And if you do see an overpass, you're lucky if it's 2 lanes. And it's probably frickin' 80 years old on top of that. It's like this road I live off of right here. That's our highway. That's one of our highways. Every morning there's probably about 1,000 cars use the main road down here because they think they're cutting a shortcut. They think there's actually people that still believe that there are shortcuts. That's how stupid the people are around here. It's like this main drag down here. It's called Babcock Boulevard. It's 1 lane going, 1 lane coming. That's part of our blue belt. That is part of the beltway system around here. The blue beltway system. You see, a lot of the roads around here, man, were never modernized since the Model T went out of business, since 1930, 1935, maybe even 1925. A lot of the roads around here were never changed. They were never expanded since the invention of the god dang combustion engine. And there's a reason for that. Because your local politicians eat up the money. Like I told y'all before, every single township, every borough around here, every little town around here has a municipal government. They have a whole hoodah that's been elected by their friends. They vote him in, and he is the boss of that township or that borough. It's kind of like it's a monarchy. It's a monarchy system they use here. And if they ain't making a mint off of something, they just plain ain't going to let it happen, Jack. And that's why, behold, the roadways around Allegheny County, around Pittsburgh, PA, were never modernized, expanded, or upgraded since 1930. And they never will be. I used to be one of the people around here, man, where I would drive so impatiently, and I would think that, you know what, something's got to change here. I actually believed that at one time. And after you live around here, after you drive around here for like 50 years, you finally come to a realization that it ain't going to change. Not in my lifetime. If I would live to be 200 years old, it probably will never change. So you guys actually didn't believe me about how much new pickup trucks cost. You didn't believe me. Guys, first of all, what you have to understand, see, Most of y'all are brainwashed. You're under mind control. I'm not under mind control. Okay? Because I have some common sense. Most of you are just plain you're dumber than a sack of hammers. The pickup truck market. See, first of all, you have to understand there's no more working men, okay? That's gone. The pickup truck market is concentrated on young kids that live with their mommy and daddy. And trust me, man, trust me, they don't give them jack. They don't give them nothing. They don't give them no money. And a mom and dads are, oh, he's on a special diet. He has to live here. He needs our help. Jackson needs our help. He has to, whatever he does is okay with us. So they make these pickup trucks. They put a name on them, like they call them a Black Widow, or they call them the Tour Duty pickup, or they call them the Trailblazer pickup. I know they have that. I know they have one that's called the Black Widow, and it has a decal of a Black Widow on it. They put a little bit of a lift kit on it. They put some fancy rims on it, some fancy tires on it. $120,000. That truck is concentrated at that boy called Jackson that lives with his mommy and daddy. So naturally, he's working his job, his full-time job. Naturally, he can afford the $1,500 a month. Some of them are even $2,000 a month. And what they do is they finance it over 7 years. So they can naturally, because they got no other bills. They don't got no children. They don't give mom and dad nothing for rent or for food or for property tax. Well, they don't even think of property tax. They don't give them no money whatsoever. So naturally, they can afford that $1,500 a month and the $300 a month for insurance. Okay. Now you have the SUV market. Your average SUV costs about $60,000. Okay, you could buy a Subaru Forester for around $35,000, but we're talking about the big SUVs that most of the maniacs out there use as weapons. You're looking at they're $50,000, $60,000. Some of them a lot more, but your average one is about $60,000. They finance them over 7 years. When I first started buying cars, guys, it was 5 years, man. There was no 7-year financing. It was 5 years, and that was it. Take it or leave it. Now it's not 7 years. 7 years. 7 years you could finance a car for. So these people that buy the SUVs, the reason why they're buying them is, number one, it's an all-around vehicle. Okay, you can pack them with all kind of groceries, or you want to buy a chair, you can throw a chair in there. And number two, the protection of the metal around them. Because most people today, they don't trust nobody outside of their home. So they need that protection around them. And they're all-wheel drive, so they're good in all weather. See, Americans today, guys, are extremely non-trusting people. They don't trust nobody outside of their house. Okay? Down the bottom of my street here, the parents are with their children waiting for the school bus every day. They're clutching their kids like this. They think someone will want to kidnap their kids. Meanwhile, nobody wants their fat little pug-faced kids, but they think that someone wants to steal them and abduct them. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I don't have nothing against parents clutching their children. Okay. What I'm trying to convey to you guys out there is people in America are extremely suspicious, extremely weary, extremely non-trusting today. There's a lot of hate in America. Americans have a lot of hate bottled up in them. And they have a lot of distrust bottled up in them. So they buy an SUV because they're encircled in this metal vehicle, and it sits up higher up the ground, so it's safer. They feel safer in it. In other words, it's like I'm gonna buy a 4-door Jeep probably this time next year because that car I have, that Cadillac, is real low to the ground. So the SUVs and the big 4-door pickup trucks, they're like literally towering over my car. And it is intimidating. And it does make me feel unsafe. So that's why they're buying the SUVs. Because a car, it's just not safe enough anymore with the kind of maniacs that are in America today. Guys, I'm going to try not to get political with all you because I know nobody wants to hear it. But be very careful. Okay, for those of you that have children, be very careful how you think in the next few months. Think of your children. Think of the safety of your children. Okay? Don't care about your country. Think of the safety for your kids and the country your kids got to be raised and got to grow up into the future. You don't see no kids walking. It's like I used to play on the street. I used to go down my main drag, and I used to walk to school. I used to like walk to Sears Roebuck. You don't see no kids. We got 3 ball fields up here. You don't see no kids in the ball field. Because number one, the parents are afraid to let them out of the house. Number two, so what do? They're on the internet watching pornography or watching ISIS members cut someone's heads off with a Bowie knife. Or they're on TikTok or Twitter watching these stupid 10-second videos. I had a team of Mexicans put my roof on in 12 hours. 12 hours. These guys ripped the old roof off that was on here since 1947. They replaced rotted wood and put a new roof on and cleaned everything. There wasn't one nail in 12 hours. Okay? Don't listen to this BS you're hearing coming over your iPhone. It's BS. 12 hours, Mexican immigrants ripped my old roof off, replaced wood, and put the new roof on. I have no leaks. And we had rain here, man. We had rain here like from the Noah's Ark days. Okay? In 12 hours. And they cleaned everything up. $6,500, brother. I called the guy down here 2 streets over on Solinger Lane, Chester something. He's an American. Okay? An American guy. His first name is Chester. I don't remember the guy's last name, and I don't care to remember. He was a roofer, right? He was a roofer. I called him up. That dude never called me back. I called him 2 times. Never for an estimate. Never called me back. The Mexicans did it for $6,500. And they gave me good shingles. They gave me the architectural shingles. It's not even a cheap shingle. They gave me architectural shingles, the thick ones. I know. I've been telling my wife for years, and my wife believes me now. But back in the past, she didn't believe me. I used to tell her, how much hate people in America, how much hate Americans got. Oh no, it can't be. Nah, she agrees with me. You know, if I would have done this crap that Donald Trump and his buddy Buck Buddy Vance did about making that crap up about them eating dogs and cats in Springfield, Ohio, I would have had the police coming to my door, arresting me for inciting a riot. I'd have had the damn police knocking on my front door here, arresting me. Not to mention all the rest of the crap they did. It's like recently, Trump was in a supermarket, a grocery store over here in Pennsylvania. Okay, gave a single mother $100. Say, here, this will lower your groceries. She took it, and he said, oh, by the way, that's what I'll do for you in the White House. Did you know that's illegal? Did you know that's illegal for him to do? Basically, what he did is he was buying votes. Do you know that's illegal to do? You know, guys, I am absolutely flipped. I don't have words for it. I cannot believe that this guy is allowed to run for president of the United States after the hate that that he has generated in the past and that he's generating right now. I just can't believe that this man is not being stopped. You know, we're talking about, you know, let me run a scenario by you guys. Okay? That man wants to he wants all the he wants to basically deport all these migrants, right? These people, they've got loans to maybe buy a car, maybe buy a house, maybe they invested in the house, they got jobs, they're trying to raise children, maybe they have a little baby, maybe a little 2-month-old baby that just came, maybe the wife's pregnant, maybe she has a baby on the way, maybe they have a mother and father here they're supporting. What do you think these people are going to do if they go to the front door and say, okay, we're giving you 2 weeks, get what you can, you're being deported back to Venezuela, back to Haiti, back to Mexico, back to Panama, wherever they came from. What do you think these people are, and we're talking about a lot of people, just not in Springfield, Ohio, and Aurora, Ohio. What do you think these people are going to do? Do you think they're going to go willfully? Let me tell you what they're going to do. First of all, where they came from, the country is destroyed. Where they came from, the country's at war. They have civil war in the country. The people are starving to death. So they're not going to want to go back. Basically, it's going to be they either stay here or they're going to die. So what do you think they're going to do? I'll tell you what they're going to do. And I'm not inciting, and I'm not telling them to do this. But from my thought as a human being, I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to take up arms. And they're going to fight back. They might even take hostages. They might even take families as hostages. And this is going to be in every town. This is going to be on a wide scale. And there's going to be a lot of people that will be killed. And for what? For what? Because you feel like you're getting America back? First of all, guys, let me tell you something about America. America is not yours anymore. Okay? America, it belongs to everybody in the world. America changed. Things changed. They will never, America will never be like it was back in 1940, 1950, where everyone was an American. Everybody had a suit and tie on. You didn't see no one wearing pocket tees. You didn't see nobody with their pants hanging halfway off their butt. Those days will, where everyone was wearing like a suit and tie, and everyone's hair was real nice and slicked back, and everyone said hello and good morning to each other. Those days will never come back. They're gone, brother. If you think those days are going to come back, you's a duck shucking fool. Look in the mirror and call yourself a fool. I told you guys, man, America has changed. And it is never. And first of all, you have to accept America for what it is right now. If you can, you know what? You're free to pack your bags and move back to whatever country your mom and dad came from. If your descendants came from Ireland, you know what? Why don't you move back to Ireland? Your descendants come from Scotland, move back to Scotland. Get a passport, move to Scotland. England, get a passport, move back to England. Canada, move to Canada. If your people come from Italy, pack your bags, move back to Italy. It's a free country. You're allowed to leave. But this guy generating hate like he's generating, it's no good. It is not good at all. You will not succeed with hate. It has been showed through generations of human existence. Hate loses every single time. The Nazis in World War II had a hate machine. They lost. Okay? The British, when they tried to reclaim America from the rebels, they failed. Hate never wins. Hate will lose every single time. If you're back at hate, you're back on a lame horse, brother. And you still have time to jump aboard and get rid of your hate, and jump aboard a winning team. I could see it very clearly how people are. You see it everywhere you go. I can walk out my door here, and some of my neighbors they are literally overflowing with hate. They don't even look at me. They don't say good morning. They don't say good evening. I could literally walk by them this close, and they act like I'm invisible. That's the kind of world they want. So you know what I do? I act like they're invisible. That's the kind of world you want. That's the kind of street you got. I see someone breaking into their house. You think I'm going to call police? I see their house on fire. You think I'm going to call the fire department? What's good for the goose is good for the gander, brother. I'm going to let their house get broken in. I'm going to let the damn house burn down. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like I said, I can go out my front door and witness hate. I can go down my street. No matter around here, no matter what street no matter what road you go on, no matter what time of the day or night, you got someone right on your tail. You can't go to not one single crapping store and not have somebody right behind you wants to go in there too. And that's because, guys, people cannot stay put. They can't stay home. They're crying, oh, gasoline's $5 a gallon. I got my car, my new SUV, or my big 4-door pickup truck can only use unleaded gas that costs me $1,500 a month for payment, and my insurance is $3,000 a year. It only uses super unleaded, so I have to pay $5 a gallon to fill up this great big 4-door pickup truck, or my new $50,000 SUV. Well, let's see. Now let's figure that out. Why is gasoline $5 a gallon? It can't be because there's more traffic on the road than ever. It's gotta be Biden's fault. There's more cars and trucks and SUVs. There's more vehicles out there, guys, than ever because people cannot stay home with their family. There's no more family, okay? They don't want to stay home with their family. They just don't want to. They feel like, first of all, they bought this SUV that cost them $60,000, $70,000. They feel they want to get use out of it. So every time they have the urge for a hamburger, they go out and buy it. I have to go out. I paid $70,000 for this SUV. I'm paying $2,500 a year for insurance. I have the right to use it every single time I feel like because I'm an American. They come home, eat the hamburger. I forgot my Newports. Back out, get the Newports. Come, you know what? I got the urge for some marijuana. Let me call Bill up, see if he has any weed. You got to be over here in 15 minutes because boom, they shoot down the street to get that bag of crap. Come back home. Hey, Mom, did you get the Cheetos? Go back out and get Cheetos. Oh, you know what? They come back on. Oh, you know what? I should have just gone to the supermarket and did shopping for the next 20 years. Let me go back out and do some shopping. And they go back out again. But what'd you say? Save gas? I have the right to use. I paid $70,000 for that SUV. I'm paying $3,000 a year for insurance. I paid $120,000 for my Black Widow pickup truck with the 4 doors. My big, oh my God, it's so big, pickup truck. I'm paying $1,800 a month and $3,000 insurance for this. I have the right to use it because I'm paying so much money for it. That's why there's so much traffic on the road. Because people in America are greedy and they're selfish and they're ignorant. They don't want to stay home with their kids or with their husband or with their wife. Part of it's because the husband and wife can't sexually satisfy each other no more. I can tell you that right now. And I'm not talking from experience, guys, because I've already told you guys honest to God truth, but I'm not gonna lie about my penis size. Okay, I have a very large penis. I'm a Dago, brother. What do you think? I'm almost black. I'm almost a black American myself. You know, I don't look like I'm white. I have like a little bit of a tan olive skin color. I'm not gonna lie about my penis, brother. I have a large penis. I can sexually satisfy any woman, including a porn star. But you know, you got to understand that most of the men out there have teeny weeny tallywhackers. They have little wee tallywhackers. Some of them might not even be able to get an erection without some kind of pill, like Donald Trump takes. You know, I cannot see him satisfying his wife, Melania. I can't see it, guys. But see, like back to the reason why husband and wife don't want to stay home, is because they hate each other. They're only with each other for the amount of money they're making every year, for the income tax return. The husband has a little wee tallywhacker. He's not satisfying his wife. He's not doing it. And the wife is unhappy with the husband, so she goes out and she's hoping she'll run across a man, a real man. You know, and I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going on. It's exactly what's going on, guys. And the type of people, the type of generation you have today, they grew up without a mother and father not being around. And that's how they are. And the school bus generation now, That's how they're going to grow. That's how they're going to go. There's gonna be a significant loss of family values for a good while, for a good 100 years from now. Nothing's going to get no better. But that's another reason why, not only the selfishness, the amount of worth they want to get out of their big trucks and their SUVs, the big truck and the SUVs, is the husbands and wives don't like each other, and they don't like the children they have. They just don't want to be around them. You know, because the husband, like I said, the husband can't sexually satisfy his wife, and the wife is unsatisfied with the husband. So they go out looking for something that they're never going to find. And around a town like Pittsburgh, it's even worse, guys. Around here, man, there's almost nowhere for a man or woman, for a male or female, to meet somebody. There's almost no place. So the guys around here are so upset. They're so dissatisfied and they're so unhappy. They're so violent. They're so angry. They drive like that. They drive angry. They drive aggressively around here. Horribly aggressive. They use their vehicle as a weapon. You know, I saw 4 police cars this morning on the way home. That's the most I've seen since I've started my job. I almost have 10 years with these people. I have never seen that many police cars in the morning since I started my job with these people. Boy, this is really getting hot. And this is a new face mask. I was going to wear this to Glory Days, guys. It's a head hood. You know, guys, that's why, man, I don't go out on a bike much, because it's so bad around here. There's more traffic on the road now than there was this time last year. Every single road has traffic on it. There's no road you could, even the little side roads. There's no road around here you can get on where you could drive normally. No matter what road you get on, whatever time, you literally have to go as fast as you possibly can on that road. You cannot drive normally. You cannot go for a calm ride around here. That's why I've been staying off this bike. That's how crazy it is around here with these maniacs. That's why I bought that e-bike down there. Because with that e-bike, I can go up on a sidewalk. And I'm out of the realm with that. Now, like I said, if this guy Trump gets in office, you're going to witness things will get 200% worse in America, violent-wise. Your neighborhoods are going to be turned upside down, and they will be turned into extreme violence. And I feel sorry for you guys, because I know most of you will not be turned by what I'm telling you. You won't believe it until it happens to you. You got to think. You got to think, brother. You remember the malls when he was in office? You remember what happened to the malls? How all them people, they raided the malls, and they virtually ripped the malls out of every single item but an orange. Who was in office when that happened? I still say to this day that he was the one that purposely started COVID-19. Okay, I understand that might come across as a conspiracy theory, but I'll tell you what, guys. These politicians, man, are snakes in the grass. They are literally snakes in the grass. What COVID-19 did was it bankrupted a lot of hospitals, including the one around here went bankrupt. The one around here is struggling to stay afloat. Okay, I still believe to this day that Donald Duck Trump was behind COVID-19. I think it was purposely started by him and his constituents. I really do. It was not an accident. It was not an accident in China. It was created by the United States government. And that boy gets in office again, he's going to finish his job. I'm telling you right now, man. That boy going to finish his job. There's going to be another pandemic. It's going to be 10 times worse than the last one. And it's going to basically finish a lot of people off. Because what they want to do is they want their banks to own everything. That's what they want. They want their banks to own everything. Okay? And America is going to basically be like a socialist government. Because Americans are very stupid people. Even the ones that finish college, they're stupider than a sack of hammers. They're stupid. They're stone, stupid people. But that's why I haven't gone out on this bike. I might be able to go out on this tomorrow. I have to get speaking of COVID, I have to get my COVID booster tomorrow and a flu shot. If it doesn't rain, I'm going to try to take the bike to my pharmacist, and I'll try to record while I'm driving, guys. All right, what are we at? We're at 36 minutes so far. Oh yeah, and by the way, my low headroom rail kit came in for that other garage door. So I'm going to try to put that on tonight because this is one of my nights off. You know, I'm up all night, guys. I'm like a vampire. I'm up all night. I'm up all night. That's it. Where am I going to go? I'm up all night. And I'll try to show you guys how that works and how much easier it's going to be with that top rail, because what it does is like this one here. That top rail is dedicated to that one roller. That one roller comes up there like that. Because this garage here, look at the headroom. It's only like, I think it's like 3 inches, maybe 2.5 inches. And with that rail, it clears the ceiling in here. It clears it. Now, my other garage over there, I think I have like, I think it has 8 inches. And, you know, that's why I thought that it wasn't a clear. And I was like, oh, holy crap, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. It didn't clear. It was actually hit the ceiling. It blew my mind all over the street, actually. You know, I had to actually go around the street and pick pieces of my mind up. I just couldn't. I still can't believe it. But it hit. It did. It probably hit it by about 1 inch. It was hitting the ceiling in the garage, so I had to get one of those. Are 100. That kit there's $108. I got it through Home Depot. They're actually lower than Amazon. Amazon won 120 some. Through Home Depot, I'll have to put a link. That low headroom kit is $108 with shipping. And it's not that hard. They're not that hard to put in, guys. They're actually very easy to put in, man. What I'll have to do is I'll have to make segments of the video how it's done. Now, one guy, when I made a video like this, apparently he must have been a Trump lover. He called me a liberal. You know what, buddy? You don't know me at all, okay? You don't know me at all. You're probably one of these people who has one of these, it's so big I can't even believe it myself. 4-door truck that costs $1,500 a month for payments and $3,000 a year for insurance. He's probably one of them. Paying five, you know, their gas tanks, they gotta be what, 40-gallon gas tanks? The guy's paying $5 a gallon, man. Every time the dude goes to full, he must be, he's one of these people that are a right wing. What happened to your left wing? So when you fly, you go around in circles, I guess. So he pays $5 a gallon for gas. So you're looking at about $200. So you can go to the grocery store and load that truck up with groceries. for your pug-faced children. For your chubby little, they're real chubby. It's like a little 5-year-old kid. They weigh about 190 pounds, man. And their kids are like all puffed up like a chipmunk face. Like, you ever see the little pug dogs, guys? The little pugs, man, they're cute. They're cute. They're cool. I like pugs. But, pugs, their face, that's what his children looks like. They're about 190 pounds at the age 8 years old. Probably got diabetes by now, too. And their faces are all blown up like a chipmunk's face, like a pug. That's why I call them pug-faced kids. Because they are. They look like it. Maybe they'll get in shape. Maybe they'll lose weight in the future. Maybe they'll turn their diabetes around. Who knows? They're not my kids, so why should I care? But yeah, a guy called me a liberal. Man, I don't even know what the hell a damn liberal is. What do you think? I work at Cornell College or something, boy? Hey, boy. What do you think? I'm a congressman over in Washington. I don't live in Fairfax, Virginia. I don't live in Tyson's Corner, Virginia, boy. I don't live down in the Kill Devil's Hill, boy. I don't know what the hell a damn liberal is, man. All as I know is what I see. And I'm 100% right. 100% right. Like I told you guys, what 78-year-old do you know that has blonde hair, man? Come on. Are you guys smoking PCP behind my back? What 78-year-old do you know that can satisfy a 55-year-old woman? Come on, brother. Brother, come on. Come on, man. Come on. Do you actually think Trump is sexually satisfying his wife, Melania? Man, Viagra ain't gonna even help that dude. Do you actually think that man is able to get an erection to satisfy that woman? He probably pays someone to do her, brother. He's probably paying someone to sexually satisfy her. And let me tell you something, brother. Hey, brother, let me tell you something. Hey, boy, let me tell you something. The last time Trump sexually satisfied any woman was probably 30 freaking years ago. Liberal. That's funny, I'll tell you. No, actually, what I see is what I know. And I've been right before and I'm right again. And y'all are wrong again.